everybody, welcome to the GM Yearbook. I'm Jim. Once again, I'm here with Matt, and we are going to talk about 3 songs that each of us have found since the last time we talked about 3 songs that we found. You get the trend and what's going on here. I hope everybody...
3. It's a magic number.
3 is, well, 4 or 5, we could probably find that, but then we just stretch this out.
That'd be too long.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Exactly. People got to move on.
They do. Let's move on. We're going to start with our 3 songs. Matt, do you want me to go first this time?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. A couple weeks ago, I came across this band from Australia called the Wet Whistles. And I had kind of an emotional day listening to them.
Really? Okay.
I grew up in a house that was completely dominated by country music. And every once in a while in the Jam Yearbook, I've been nostalgic about it. But I also grew up with the attitude of hating country music, and I never wanted to listen to it, even though secretly I'd put on Willie Nelson on a Sunday afternoon and, of course, join any Kenny Rogers sing-along that I would be invited to, or even have my own.
Speaking facts, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when it came to popular modern country music, it was something that I've really not dug. I've just stayed away from. And so, yeah, this band, the Wet Whistles, have this song called Bury Me Alive. And I threw it on when it came out on the new release playlist. They're out of Australia. And I was just taken aback by it right away. Because it reminded me of that early 1980s country rock AM radio music that I get nostalgic about. And it was fun. The vocalists switched up within the song. I like the instrumentation to it. And it just brought back great memories. And I wound up spending that day just going down a rabbit hole and watching YouTube videos, their back catalog, listening to as much as I could have. Well, they've only got about 12 songs, I think, that are out there and released that I've seen. Mm-hmm. But I can't recommend checking them out enough. And if you absolutely despise country music, I can respect that. If it's not your thing, I don't have any issue with that. But if you've ever had an inkling for country music, but you've leaned more towards the old stuff and not towards anything new, go check these guys out because I couldn't recommend them enough. The Wet Whistles, Bury Me Alive. Great song.
Yeah, it's hard to write off a whole genre because there's always going to be an exception. Because I hate it when I like new country. And especially this because I had to do a search because I'm like, this sounds AI. Is this AI? And it's like every new band I find, I have to make sure, is this AI? And make sure I'm not falling for a fake bio or something, being completely lied to.
And the Wet Whistles, come on, what a name, no offense, guys.
Yeah,
but
Wet Whistle, come on, hey, wet my whistle, I'm gonna have a drink, right? It's about country, it's country music. It's just weird that, they're Australian, and it's great that a band from another country brings their cultural perspective to a genre of music that you typically think of as American, at least, American centric. Sorry, that's what I do. But they sound like they're from Texas. Right?
They do.
Or something. And it's probably from growing up listening to all the country artists that they love.
And it was a lot of fun to watch those YouTube videos. There are 4 guys who front the band up front, playing guitar, bass, one guy just sings, maybe one guy's got an acoustic. But I do think the drummer and the bass player, if they're part of the band, they're not core. They might be session or just touring with them. In the music videos, these 4 guys are prominently featured, but they stand across the front of the stage, and each one of them takes lead vocal within the same song. They with their harmonies, they all sing a lead verse in the song, and that's really that old school country 80s music, what was going on back in that time. I keep referencing back to Alabama for some reason, but there were other bands in that era.
I was going to say Eagles, but...
Oh, no, come on, man.
Because Jim hates the Eagles.
Don't ever bring the Eagles. If I'm talking about something I like, don't you ever compare it to the Eagles.
Why? Because it should make you like what you like even more because I'm comparing it to a shit sandwich.
I didn't necessarily hate the Eagles music from the 70s. And
you got tired of it.
Yeah, got tired of it, but you name anything good that they did in the 80s. I'll wait all day for that.
Trust me, there's probably plenty of nights Jim sang Desperado in front of the bathroom mirror with a fucking single tear falling from his eye because he was being so dramatic.
I'd sing part of it right now, but Don Henley would get us struck off YouTube, so we're gonna move on.
We really shouldn't even talk about him, right?
No.
It's like Voldemort. We shouldn't even speak of the name. Yeah,
I summoned him. Uh-oh.
Hi,
Don.
No.
I love you.
Speak for yourself. So my turn. I am going looking at our playlist here. Down to my notes. Any Young Mechanic, Pretty Strange World. It harkened me back to some indie bands that I was kind of digging back in the early 2000s. Beirut, Devotchka with their instrumentation, but a whole lot better. To me, there's sparsity, but there is also a lot of technique. And it really sounds like during the verses when the violin is going, where it just sounds like somebody is just, this is very not rehearsed. They're just playing. And it lads in, I don't know if it's true or not, but it makes me feel like there's an authenticity to it. Like it's coming from somebody's soul. So yeah.
Good tune.
I kind of dug it. If you're looking for something off the beaten path, music that you don't hear typically a lot of.
Say it one more time.
Any Young Mechanic.
Yes.
Check them out.
Good band. They kind of gave me like Violent Femmes feel.
Really?
Yeah, they're just that you talk about the sparsity, and I think when you have that sparsity, but it still creates a big sound with a minimalism going on at the same time.
Because if you're being sparse, you're giving things room.
And also, I think
it
was there was just this upbeat still. So we're using a term like sparse, but it doesn't mean that it's empty of happy feeling. It's a really
this will put a two-step in your walk. That is for sure.
Good stuff. My next one, I am going to pick. I'm looking at the playlist down here because I forget names of some. Matt, who has the worst name in all of music? What band has the worst? What name it makes you hate the band because of the name of the band?
Eric Clapton.
It begins with H and it ends with Stank.
Oh, the goddamn Hoobastank song. Yeah, Hoobastank.
Yeah.
That's right.
I can't believe that I'm adding a Hoobastank song to this. I think I told the story about when that song The Reason came out. You know, like I loved it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this song is so beautiful. And then like 2 weeks later, I was hanging my head in shame, and you know, music just strikes you. And I can understand if somebody to this day likes them for that one song, or if they like some of their stuff.
It's not a bad song, Jim. It's not. No. And there was a good sentiment behind it.
They just have a bad name. But this song, How Do You Sleep, surprised me. Hoobastank, How Do You Sleep? It was fun, upbeat, punky. It had a little bit of the Offspring feel to it, which I don't necessarily want to compare them to that because I do think they're different. But I found myself listening to it with disbelief because I went into it with this is Hoobastank. I'm going to be into this song for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to back right out of this.
Yeah.
And I wound up listening to it probably 3 or 4 times in a row because I just couldn't digest what I was hearing the first time or the first couple of times.
Because you're trying to reconcile it with your preconceived notion. This is fucking Hoobastank.
But there, that's the thing. You know, you can create an opinion about a band and keep that opinion for your entire life and never offer that band a chance. And what I like that we do is we force ourselves to listen to stuff from time to time that we never would, and we find out that, you know, most of these bands out there eventually can write a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they just can't change their name from Hoobastank.
and that is the thing with me with them. It's the name. It's like, eventually, could a band named Hoobastank get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean, with their credentials, with who they let in, I don't know. But hey, in their defense, your defense, their defense, it's a good song.
Yeah, it's fun.
I couldn't deny it.
It's a driving song.
Yeah, it kind of is. And when you said I put a Hoobastank, you texted me on the playlist. I was like, No, you fucking didn't.
Yeah, I texted
you.
you.
Fucking did.
I text you. I am typing words I never thought I would type to you.
Yeah.
I added a Hoobastank song to the playlist.
And I was walking on my way into work, and I'm thinking, it's like, you shit me. Okay, hey, it's not the reason.
No,
it's not the reason. And like there goes the depth of my knowledge of Hoobastank. So ignorance on Hoobastank's discography. But this is the decent song.
Yeah, who knows what else they've done, but I'll happy to find this one. All right, what's your next one?
Adult Leisure, View from Our Window. So I found a previous album from them earlier in the year, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna go on my list, and then I'm like, oh, it's from 2025. I can't put that. That's stretching the limits here.
Shh, don't tell Jim.
I almost did that, but I know you would have Snoopied it out for me. And it's just a single. I couldn't find any news about a new album planned. But I loved that album. I wish I would have wrote it down. The Things You Don't Know Yet is the album that I absolutely fell in love with. And this gave me more of that. And because that album is a new find for me, I wanted a little bit more. And it gave it to me. It's got some 80s vibes, little synth. Some of the guitar sounds are definitely 80s inspired. Mm-hmm. But most importantly, when the vocals hit me just right. It's usually when the high harmony comes in. Mm-hmm. It just gave me these Peter Gabriel flashbacks vocally that I'm like, oh, I love that so much.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I could hear that. I was an early Depeche Mode fan, more so than Violator onward. I respect Violator and everything they achieved with that album, but I liked, Somebody from one of their first albums was my first dance at my wedding.
That's right.
People Are People, just some of their older stuff I've always really enjoyed. And when I listened to this, I really liked it. And there's part of me that wondered, is Matt discovering all the music that he kind of turned his nose up to when he was a teenager and listening to metal? And now all of a sudden this kind of 80s vibe, new wave, kind of
it's stuff I always closeted liked.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. And it's especially, I see what you mean with the Depeche Mode, because it's that opening synth sound that is so Depeche Mode. And then when you start to pay attention to the layered guitar parts underneath, the tone quality that they bring, and there's some effects on it, like, oh yeah, definitely there's a Depeche Mode hint into their music, yet still being as much as any band can be now, because there's so much out there to be influenced by their own thing.
Cool. So
right. It's time for you to wrap up your three gems.
My three. Well, who would have thought that if she'd released a new song, I'd be sitting here telling everybody about it. But it's actually the second song I believe that she's released.
Oh, okay.
Recently. Maybe not, but that could be just making that up. But yeah, I've had a very public love affair with the music of Biba Doobie. I said with the music of Biba Doobie here on our podcast.
Okay, Rivers. No, let's not go there.
Let's not go there. I enjoyed everything that she's kind of released out through COVID onward that has been coming across the playlists, airwaves, her albums. She did one with Rick Rubin a couple years ago that was a smash album for her. She's done great as far as it's gone in the UK, and I think I was telling you at one point she's got a tour coming up where she's headlining Red Rocks and Madison Square Garden, and she has that following out there of people who really appreciate and love her music. And I have a feeling that I do not fit the demographic of any of those people, but I really like the music that she writes. And so this song Biba Doobie is called, where is it? Sun Has Set. And what I'm excited about is that she's always talked about how she loves early 90s grunge. I've seen reels that she's put up on Facebook where she was learning how to play Cherub Rock by the Smashing Pumpkins. I've seen reels where she's put up the Breeders. She's at their concert, and she's got.
I was going to mention them, yeah.
Yeah, and she's got video of them up. I think she kind of fits that Belly or Throwing Muses kind of sound with this song. And I'm really excited for the album. There might be another song that I have to bring to this show for the playlist if it has that authentic kind of 90s grunge sound. There's a cool time signature change in this that I like. I mean, lyrically, Biba Doobie's music talks about things that probably has more of an impact on her life than it ever will on mine. But I just think for modern songwriting and for what's out there and what's being released, you can't say they don't write them like they used to, because this song has that feel of the music that we were listening to when we were 20 to 24 years old.
I tend to go back to the 80s. Jim tends to go back to the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of is, and that kind of we're both on the kind of the cusp in our age group. So, I like this song a lot. I didn't want to, because I kind of wanted to come on here and be the contrarian. I even thought about just pretending to be the contrarian and say, "Oh, Jim's just got this love affair or whatever." But hey, she's talented. She's got some great music.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right, what's the last song?
Graham Coxon. Pardon me while I look down at my notes. Billy Says.
Yeah.
Jeez, Matt, learn how to read your chicken scratch handwriting.
Billy Coxon.
Graham Coxon from Blur.
Or Billy Coxon. Graham Coxon, sorry.
Graham Coxon. You probably made me say Billy Coxon. No, Graham Coxon from Blur. Damon Albarn usually gets all the headlines because of Gorillaz, because Gorillaz is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely check out Billy Says. This doesn't really speak for the whole album. This song definitely has a Beatles vibe. It kind of made me think of The Word off Rubber Soul, the way that syncopated with the guitar line there. I love this song so much. It just got me going because I love the Beatles. I love Blur better than Oasis. Mm-hmm. And don't call me out. Yeah, Graham Cox and Billy Says.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I can't believe I just said that. It is driven by that central bass groove, which I've talked about in previous shows. Yeah. I really like a central bass groove. There's nothing really original about it, but it's it's
total Beatles song.
Yeah, it's a bit generic, but there's nothing. What's nice is when you have something in there that's generic that way, but what you build around it makes it sound different and helps that groove go with the song. I enjoyed that. I've heard a little too much music recently where I felt like the bass was non-existent or was second fiddle to everything else that was going on. And you don't get these songs anymore where the bass really kind of takes the front seat and then everybody drives the car.
Yeah, it has a distinctive melody where and this is what happened to the bass in the 80s. Mm-hmm. The bass got relegated to eighth notes.
Yeah.
Just following the root. It's like the bass can do so much more. Listen to old music. If you want to learn how to play an instrument, listen to diverse music.
Yes.
They don't just fall into a specific genre. Just pay attention to the 60s and the 70s.
Yes. And even if you're an old guy like us, we still give you that recommendation. Go learn to play music.
Exactly. It's so much fun. And I'm not saying there's not a place in the music world for songs that just hit on that note and go. There is a place for it. Just doesn't all have to be that.
No.
Graham Cox and Billy Says is not that kind of song. Great song.
Great song. All right.
Hey,
there we go.
We are all done. Jim did his 3. I did my 3. And that wraps up this episode of the Jam Yearbook. So, Jim, what do you have to say for yourself? I love all my songs, Matt. I think they're great. Your songs suck. I think people should listen to my songs before yours. Jim, that's awful mean of you.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
There we go.
It must have been while I was kissing you. I think that's the next lyric.
Whoa, Jim from Scotland. That's a long tongue, my friend.
Oh, jeez.
Gene Simmons Bowen.
Yeah, there we go. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap this up because I think it's going to get out of control.
Let's go.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Jam Yearbook, and we hope you tune in for the next one. Like and subscribe. We've got a Patreon out there. Just look up Patreon/Jam Yearbook. You can find us. We're not charging any money yet because we've got nothing worth paying for. If we ever do, we'll let you know. All right.
People don't even want us to give it away, Jim.
Can't even give it away. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Subscribe to the Jam